This is Eagle Al, and today I want to show Kelee Ringo some love. He showed potential of what type of cornerback he can be in this league. And also, Nolan Smith, is it time to permanently move him to off the ball linebacker or off ball linebacker, I should say? But let's get straight into it. All right, so let's talk Kelee Ringo. Let's just start with him first. Actually, before we start with him, let me show you guys something hilarious because this is the team that's supposed to just wipe us out the window. All right, every morning I gotta start with some clown and junk. I would clown Dak, but at this point, it feel like just piling on. Yes, he's throwing picks. Yes, he's not looking the best in camp. But them 49ers was talking a lot of junk. Three of their quarterbacks. You got a quarterback getting sacked 10 times, throwing picks, and the Brock Purdy don't look that good. Trey Lance don't look that good. Sam Darnold don't look that good. It's like you got to pick between pooper, and poop. Like, they quarterbacks are completely trash. So I get it. The 49ers defense is really good, but those numbers in training camp, I don't know about that. Mind you, Jalen Hurts numbers look good in training camp, but I always look at it like it's still just training camp. But when your numbers look hideous in training camp, I gotta judge it a little bit. Because these 49ers are flying under the radar because we know Dak is throwing picks, but these 49ers don't look too good either. And they was talking a lot of junk. A lot of junk. So I got to bring them to the front of the line, man. Let's move Dallas back. It's time to bring the 49ers to the front of the line. Again, they was talking a lot of junk. Oh, if we had this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, we would have won. We'll see. We'll see y'all, man. We'll definitely see y'all. But let's talk about Kelee Ringo. Kelee Ringo, and this is Elliott Shore Parks notes. So when I made my last video, when it was training camp, I didn't use Elliott Shore Parts. I picked a lot of people and put it all in one. But Elliott Shore Parts gave a summary. He said Kelee Ringo made a nice play today, which was day 5. So it was yesterday. Jumping in front of a throw at the 5-yard line that was intended for Devontae Smith. Now, Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts been in sync. And for Kelee Ringo, was almost the one that caught the first pick. And he went up against Slay. I'm talking about Jalen Hurts went up against Slay, Bradbury, or the Mario Goodridges, the Josh Jobs, and all these other cornerbacks, and they couldn't do it. He been looking flawless. But for Kelee Ringo to break up a pass, and that was great work by him. That showed his closing speed. And yeah, I think he really is the cornerback of the future. I know a lot of people want him to move to safety, but reading this, it shows that we probably shouldn't do that. Maybe we should just be patient with Kelee Ringo, because Bradbury, in his late 20s, early 30s. We know Slay is year 11, and anything can happen. And if, like Elliott Shore Park said here, Kelee Ringo is a lot to make the team. He's a 4th-round pick. But if he could truly be that backup, if something goes down, you want to know if he's good enough, or is he going to get picked on. But he showed maybe he got some skills, because he definitely got the athleticism. I mean, God gifted talent. Height is God gifted talent. Trust me. I wish God gave it to me. I'm only 5'7". Speed. So again, Kelee Ringo is the cornerback of the future. I just wanted to give him a lot of love, because I keep bringing this up, but I did go on an epic rant about why these beat writers are not talking about the rookies. But man, Kelee Ringo, shout out to him. And then he did something else phenomenal by staying at practice while practice was over. So he did a little overtime. I gotta respect the people that do overtime. Shout out to my overtime people. So again, Kelee Ringo, keep doing your thing, man. The position will open up for you. And best of luck to the other cornerbacks. Like, I like Eli Ricks. I think he's really, really talented. I like Mario Goodrich, really, really talented. He was at McPherson. I think that was a great move to move him to the slot. He's very, very talented. Greedy Williams. And all these dudes are not going to make the team. That's the thing. All these dudes are really not going to make the team. So it's going to be interesting going into preseason and who do what. Who's going to stand out. That's what it's going to come down to. Trust me, there's going to be some surprise cuts. Some cuts is probably going to hurt some Eagles fans. But if Kelee Ringo keeps standing out, that's making it hard for people. Josh Jobe standing out, that's making it hard. But one spot that's really, really open is back up for that slot cornerback. Back up for that slot cornerback is wide open. But let's get into this. My guy, Nolan Smith. So Nolan Smith, we know we drafted him to be an edge rusher, and his get off at the line is very, very good. He was very limited as an off-ball linebacker in college. I really can't even find any tape of it, but a lot of people are like, yeah, he took a couple snaps here and there, but he was primarily an edge rusher. But this guy is so athletic, he can almost do it all. And I believe there was like draft reports, like if he wanted to be a wide receiver, like if he wanted to be a wide receiver, he would have one of the best combines coming out of college. Just the speed, the height, weight, all this, the jump, vertical jump, everything he did, he would have been the best wide receiver as far as on that aspect. So that just lets you know how athletic he is. But with Nakobe Dean, it was a minor injury. So people keep saying, why are you freaking out about Nakobe Dean injury? And it's a small injury. It's not about freaking out about Nakobe Dean's injury. It was just a reality check of what can happen. And if this happened, what happens? You get what I'm saying? So say if Nakobe Dean had to miss 3-4 games, are you really comfortable with Murrow and Christian Ellis holding it down? Do I still believe we should trade for a linebacker? If we can, sure. But we got to bring somebody in-house up. I think Nolan Smith can do it. So Nolan Smith had a couple snaps as off-ball linebacker alongside, I believe, with Christian Ellis. Don't that sound a little better than Murrow and Ellis? And then it's Nolan Smith and Ellis. Right? That sound better. So Nolan Smith is a smart player, because to be a linebacker, to me, you got to be very smart, because you almost got to read everything, see what's going on, because you're in the middle. So the offense is right there and you're center, and you got to catch everything. And I think Nolan Smith is good enough to do those things. Again, I think we just got to promote, well, not really promote, but move him to that position, because Patrick Johnson, who's the edge rusher, is doing very well. Josh Sweat is doing very well. Brandon Graham, we know what he brings. Hassan Reddick, we might extend him. It just, the edges are just fine. They just fine. But when I look at that linebacker position, even over the safety position, I think the safety position is more secure than the linebacker position. Because again, it just gave us a reality check. A real good reality check. Like if Nakobe Dean had to miss a couple games, our linebacker core is too weak. It's too weak. So why not, again, move Nolan Smith there and see what we got. See what we got. And I heard he did good at the off-ball linebacker. But we got to make something happen at that linebacker position. You might got to overcompensate. Hey, give Arizona Cardinals a call. Arizona, y'all owe us still. I know y'all want to move Isaiah Simmons to this and that. Just bring him to Philly, and we will, let him be a linebacker here, or give Baltimore a call like, hey, y'all not paying Patrick Queen, just bring him here. Y'all just paid a linebacker like what $100 million that came from Chicago, and they will. If they need you to overcompensate, you might have to do it. Because again, this team is damn near Super Bowl bound, but we can't be held back because our linebacker core is weak. Just got to keep it real. I got to keep it real. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about Nolan Smith moving to off-ball linebacker, Kelee Ringo? Trying to show him some love. But this is Eagle Al. I'm